Hi Cheese Club. This week, we have another great cheese from France, which is always great news. So this week, our cheese is called Morbier. You can see the back of it. And Morbier is a very traditional cheese that goes back many centuries. So this is from the Jura region in France. And this is right on the border between France and Switzerland. So you'll see a lot of commonalities between the culinary traditions and also the cheese making traditions. So for instance, in this region, they make Comté, and across the border, they make Gruyere, two very, very similar cheeses, only separated by a border. So a lot of those Comté producers also make Morbier. So back in the day, the way that this cheese was made was it was like a 2 curd or 2 cheese make cheese. So in the morning, you milk your cows, you go into the cheese room, and you make your curds, get everything, off to the races, and you're gonna ladle this into your mold, and now you have about half of your cheese. What do you do while those curds are sitting there to make sure, pests, nothing gets into it? Well, you glance around, and what do you have in your mountain hut but a fire? So they would traditionally then take ash, put it on top of this layer to keep it safe until they came back in the evening, milk the evening cows, made a second round of cheese, and ladled those curds onto the top. So probably gonna be your strongest visual indicator that you're about to have Morbier is you're gonna see this ash line right on the equator inside the paste. And just beautiful on a cheese plate. So profile-wise, this is a washed rind cheese. Pick it up. You see this orange glow. So this is a washed rind cheese. I'll call it a smear rind cheese. That act, washing it, encourages a very specific pH profile on the rind that encourages very specific yeast and bacteria. And one of the yeast that loves growing in these conditions is called B. linens. And that's like just funky, really robust flavors. You'll see it on Limburger as an extreme example. I would say this doesn't taste like Limburger, but it's brothy, it's robust, it's full-bodied, it's really, really savory, and I think just such a pretty, pretty cheese for this time of year when you want things that are a little more filling and things that are just like real nice comfort food. Pairings-wise, if you can find something from this region, from the Jura, I think that's lovely. I found they're a little expensive. There's one in particular, an Arbois, that's an oxygenated wine, and it's like butterscotch and just a beautiful, beautiful wine. If you can find that and want to splurge, go for it. But otherwise, walk into the wine store and say, I really want a medium bodied to a more robust white. And I think it's gonna be a really pretty pairing for this. So enjoy Morbier, I love it. I think if you're gonna have a cheese plate for Thanksgiving, this is like a total home run. Enjoy.